Alright guys, it is that time again where a red stone and a purple stone are being given out again on both Global and JP Dokkan. Now, Global did just get a red stone and a purple stone as part of the 3-year anniversary. JP has been a little longer since they've gotten the red and purple stone because that was back in the very end of January for JP. So, let's start with the red stone. The first 3 redstone characters here on this thing in the news. We'll go ahead and look at the characters as they appear, like here in the news. We'll do the redstone first, and then we'll move on to the purple stone. So the first 3 characters we have are the Family Kamehameha Trio. Now, I will say this. They used to be really bad units that didn't really matter too much. Now, however, all 3 of them are quite good. They fit on a few different category teams, and they are actually just very valuable units to run. They're also very helpful in the category Super Battle Road as well. That's one of the big things. There's Goten right there. Okay, so this Gohan is quite good on both the Hybrid Saiyan and Majin Buu arc teams. And again, both of those have category Super Battle Road stages. He's very good on. He's very useful in Super AGL. I would say really the only problem with this trio of units is they don't really have the best key links. Like, none of them have Prepare for Battle. The Goku gives him Self-Key, which is helpful. I guess the other thing that's going to hurt this Goku, too, is the fact that the upcoming Dokkan Fest Goku, we're finally going to have, like, a Dokkan Fest unit that is a Super Saiyan 1 Goku. So that's not really going to help us out too much to have this guy alongside. But he's still pretty good on the Buu Saga team and the Pure Saiyan team. And then Goten as an orb changer is very helpful on these 2 category teams. Now, despite how good those 3 units are, I still wouldn't recommend picking them with the red stone. I mean, if you have all these other units, sure, maybe go ahead and grab one to get like your last dupe or something. But here's the thing. These 3 units are on every banner. Every Dokkan Fest banner, all the LR banners, these 3 guys are there. So I really think it's counterproductive to pick them here because you can literally pull them from any banner. Now, of course, at the same time, they do essentially have LR rates, on those banners, but if, even free-to-play players are very likely to get these 3 popping up from even summons on like a Dokkan Fest. Whereas these units down here, these are all like, Dokkan Fest event exclusive units. So it's very difficult to, get one of these guys if you don't have them. Like, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta has barely been on any banners like in the past year. I know for JP, he was on Ultimate Gohan's banner, and he might have been on an EZA banner, and that's about it. Like, you very rarely see some of these Dokkan Fest exclusives pop up. Now, these OG5 have all received their Extreme Z Awakenings on JP. Global will soon get Frieza, Gohan, and Cell. All 5 of them are spectacular. If you don't have LR Broly, this Broly is very powerful. Full Power Frieza is an absolute demon on the Extreme Physical team. He is on the Full Power category team as well, which is Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku's team. The only thing is he's not really the best fit on there. We're still actually kind of waiting for a category for this Frieza to really shine. Because as of right now, the Planet Namek saga, like, it doesn't really... This Frieza... It doesn't have a proper category leader. And this Frieza kind of doesn't mesh the best with some of the units on there. I suppose, like, there's now going to be the STR... I believe... Yeah, he's STR. Final Form Frieza, who is going to be tremendously good when he does drop. But until then... and until we get a proper Planet Namek category lead, really the Full Power is the only team that this guy can be used on. So I don't know if I'd really recommend picking him. Like, with these stones, I feel as though you want to pick a unit you're going to be using all the time in a lot of category teams. So, like, that's one thing that hurts Ultimate Gohan as well. Because right now the Hybrid Saiyan team only really has, the SCR Ultimate Gohan Hybrid Saiyan team leader. So this Gohan doesn't really work that well on there. And Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Broly, they both have direct upgrades. So really, there is a negative for all like 4 of these 5. Frieza doesn't have like a really good category to fit on, because the full power is a really wonky team with links all over the place. This Broly has a direct better version. I actually kind of like the Ultimate Gohan better than the SCR Ultimate Gohan, but unfortunately SCR Ultimate Gohan is the category leader for the Hybrid Saiyan team, which does hurt this Gohan because you can't use him on that team. And then this Goku has a better Super Saiyan 3 Goku. LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku's out there. So if you have LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, this AGL one does kind of become a moot point outside of the Majin Buu arc. But Tech Cell gets such a ridiculous buff from his Extreme Z Awakening. I actually am very comfortable in calling him the best EZA unit because he recovers 10% HP, he gets 15% attack and defense from every key sphere, he gets an additional 1 key from Rainbow Key Spheres, which is very important. That helps him to super attack, because if you're going to use him on the Revived Warrior team or the Full Power team, or maybe even like an Extreme Tech team, he's going to be a little wonky in terms of links. But Cell is so good on the Android category team. He is so good on that team that I have to put this guy as the best EZA unit. That includes the Family Kamehameha trio as well, the Kid Gohan, as well as the AGL free-to-play Piccolo. This Cell is just so disgustingly good, but a lot of that is provided, of course, that you do get either Android 21 or Android 17 as the Android category leaders. If you're a JP player, 21 will be on all upcoming banners. You could pull her just like you could pull Kefla from any banner. So if you get her, she is a true category leader. She does give 150% to all stats. So even though I think 17 is a little bit of a better leader because he gives like attack 170%, 21 is still a real category leader because she does give 150%. So that's pretty good. You could pull her, and then, if you're a global player, again, 21 will be put into the unfeatured section of all banners after she does release. Now, there's these 4 right here. I don't really recommend picking these 4. Beerus does get a big buff from the Great Apes now being able to use the potential system. That includes Beerus and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta and Bulma's, both of their rage transformations do get hit with that buff, but I mean, we don't have concrete proof they're... Wait, actually, no, that's wrong. I was going to say, we don't have concrete proof they're getting an EZA, but Kid Buu is getting an EZA in October. That was confirmed by Kawhi. So that does stand to reason these 3 probably will EZA as well. I mean, here's the thing. These 4 units are very intriguing, right? Kid Buu, if they just take away the restriction he has for his passive, he all of a sudden becomes a very interesting option on teams you can run him on with that 50% attack and defensive buff, right? That'll be very interesting. Then you have Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, who's able to tank all damage. If they gave him, attack 80%, now he becomes a very good offensive and defensive weapon. Tech Beerus, he actually doesn't need as much as people think to make him really good. I think mainly if they just bumped him up to attack 90%, he is crazy good. That's really all he needs. And especially if they would give him immense too, because you run this guy partnered with LR Beerus, and it's insane. It's actually, if this guy got 90% attack, he might actually be better than TUR STR Beerus. That would be very interesting. It's possible that he could be better than that TUR. Because I think TUR Beerus, what exactly does he get? Let me double check. Does he get 70%? Yeah, 70%, and then he gets an additional 50% to attack and defense. But his rainbow stats are going to be way lower than what Tech Beerus' rainbow stats are going to be. Because again, if Tech Beerus gets an EZA, he's likely going to have maybe 19k attack. It's going to be wild how good this guy could get. So I guess that is something to consider. And in Janemba 2, I mean, would he become better than STR Janemba? Let me take a look at In Janemba again. Because I suppose they could give him, attack and defense 70 or 80%. That's all he'd really need. What does Janemba do again? SCR Janemba. He gets attack 80%, but he doesn't get a defensive buff. That's very interesting. But he doesn't dodge. Would they add dodge to Int Janemba? Probably not. I would presume if they gave him an EZA, they'd give him attack and defense like 90%, 80%, 70%, I think is probably what they do. At that point, Int Janemba would tank better than SCR Janemba, but SCR Janemba does have that built-in chance to dodge. But Int Janemba, I mean, he gets an EZA and he becomes a very good unit because his defensive abilities will always be valuable. Like that's a timeless ability. Guard active against all attacks. Very, very helpful. So that kind of covers that. Like, I don't know. If you're going to go summon for Android 17 or Android 21, Tech Cell is a very good option. Otherwise, man, I don't know. It's very difficult because who you would select with the Redstone is based a lot entirely around your box. I mean, again, if you don't have LR Broly, I do think it's maybe very important to have this Broly, and you could use him on your team and then bring a friend LR Broly, and that should cover you for the World Tournament. I don't know. I gave my thoughts on all these units. You guys sort of make up your own mind. Again, this Goku really has the Buu Saga team. Cell, you could kind of run him on the full power, the Android team, Revived Warrior team. Ultimate Gohan's really only good on the Buu Saga team. This Broly, I think you can run him on the full power team, but he doesn't have any like really key links, which does hurt. Pure Saiyan is fine. Movie Boss team, of course, is one of the best teams, but like I'm gonna presume a lot of people don't have Turles. You know, when one of these Dokkan Fests has only been around once, I'm going to presume that most people don't have them, right? It's only once they've been back 2 or 3 times that a lot of people will have a chance to pick it up. So there you go, guys. Redstone units definitely has become a lot better since these guys are all getting, you know, major buffs from Extreme Z Awakening. So I guess, considering these 5 all have their EZA, these 3 do, now Kid Buu's marked off, I guess Tech Beerus, Int Janemba, and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta are the ones coming up next, so that's very interesting. Alright, so moving on to the Purple Stone. This, I think, is a little easier of a choice, because I don't really highly recommend picking really any of the villains. The reason for this is because the villains, they don't really have many categories. Like, Cooler's incredible, right? But you're only going to be able to rock him on the Movie Boss category team until they would finally give a Freeze Erase category. Once they do that, a lot of these units are going to be pretty interesting, you know. The GT Frieza, Cooler, Metal Cooler, LR Metal Cooler. We could even see Golden Cooler at some point. Wouldn't be too surprising there. But again, only Movie Boss category. Same thing with Janemba, only the Movie Boss category. Int Kid Buu, I feel a lot better about this unit nowadays than I probably did in the past, but still on the Buu Saga team, he doesn't really work the best. And it's even kind of difficult to get him key on the Revived Warrior team sometimes. So, I mean, looking at it, I wouldn't really recommend him. Like, a villain team is probably his best environment. Somewhere where maybe Turles is around, or SCR or AGL, Rose Goku Blacks could give him key. I don't recommend picking Kid Buu, though. Super Saiyan 3 Broly, definitely not. Because he's... Let's not even focus on his defensive ineptitude, right? Let's not even pay attention to that. The Super Saiyan 3 category is unfortunately not a category he fits very well on because all those other units are over in a flash, whereas he's prepared for battle. It's a big factor because Super Saiyan 3 category team has the biggest ki-hungry unit in the game, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He needs ki, so you can't afford to run a prepare for battle unit. You just can't. Which does kind of hurt Super Saiyan 3 Broly over there. Super Saiyan 3 Broly is very good on the Pure Saiyan team, though. You easily can find a spot for him. But, again, that's, like, the best free-to-play category in the game. Like, even free-to-play players, like, you're going to have characters to use on this category because it is the biggest category in the game. So, you're not going to need to pick Broly to help you out there. And then Super 17 is only on the Android category. And even then, he's like a high-level unit to use on the category for sure. But there are options that you can, like, you could do without Super 17 on the Android category team. Now, that takes us to the hero type units. Of course, I don't feel like I need to go into Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku very much. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is incredible. Of course, he's very important for the Shadow Dragon team as well as the Pure Saiyan team. He's outstanding there. But again, that's all I can really say. Just, he's an outstanding unit. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he did finally get his category. He is on the Pure Saiyan team. Again, you know, that will be a good spot for a lot of people to run him. I don't recommend picking either of these two, though. Before, I said because no one runs the Shadow Dragon team. After Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku does show up on Global, though, people will be running the Shadow Dragon team a lot more. It's not difficult finding that team nowadays on JP Dokkan. So, really, with the Purple Stone, I would recommend Int Gogeta, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, or Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. The reason is because you're going to probably get the most use out of them. In particular, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and Angel Tech Goku. Now, in Gogeta, attack 120%, attacks effective against all types. He's only on the Fusion team, but he works incredibly well on the Hero team. And the Hero and Villain teams could become a little bit more meta now that they don't require all 5 typings, right? You could just spam your favorite hero and villain units on these teams now. The Transforming Frieza villain team and the Transforming Goku hero team. This Gogeta would be a outstanding unit for that team. That's about it, though, for him. But yeah, in Gogeta, again, attacks effective against all types is going to be good, like, pretty much no matter what. But here's the thing. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, 4 categories: Fusion, Hybrid Saiyan, Buu Arc, and Super Saiyan 3. And then Angel Goku, Revived Warrior, Buu Arc, Super Saiyan 3, and Pure Saiyans. These two are probably your best bet for who you should pick with the Purple Stone, because you're going to get the most value, the most use out of them. A lot of people consider the Super Saiyan 3 team the best team in the game. I don't, because it's very squishy. I like teams that have a lot more HP, a lot more tanking ability. A lot of the Super Saiyan 3 units aren't really even that great at tanking, right? Like, even Super Saiyan 3 Bardock can tank, but he has to attack first. So if he's in the first slot and he attacks before he attacks, he's going to take significant damage. So there we go, guys. There are my thoughts on the Red and Purple Stone units. Good luck. And again, we're very close now to the banner. Last thing I would say is you might not want to make your choice for the Red or Purple Stone until after you summon on the Super and Extreme Dokkan Fest, the Dual Dokkan Fest, coming in a few days. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch y'all next time.